Sure.
Hi YouTube, this is Indi Okereke UK. I'm the Chief Executive of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I also worked in the New York Stock Exchange before I came over to the Nigerian Stock Exchange. I think one thing that can be done by companies and countries of the world and even individuals to make the world a better place for all of us is to care for one another. If you take somebody along, there is no way one person can solve the problems of the world. But if you make it a point of duty to pull up somebody from the ground up, it will help to reduce the level of poverty. I do not believe in poverty alleviation. I believe in wealth creation. So by pulling up another human being, not necessarily somebody from your family, maybe an old school friend, or somebody that just needs your help, you try to help that person either by getting them a job or getting them educated. You are helping the world. Unless in a place like Davos, where the world leaders meet, we sit down at the round table and we say specific things about specific countries, developed countries of the world, how they are going to help. But as an individual, you make it a point to pull up another human being and make him bring him up to middle class level, from poverty to middle class. And possibly, when you teach him how to fish, you teach him a trade, you incorporate him in your company that you run, then maybe he'll become the world leader tomorrow. So we have to start as individuals. Then as companies, you have to ensure that your human resource allocation is taking care of every facet of life. There are many corporations who make it a point of duty not to employ women, especially women in childbearing age. I think that's unfair because it's not their fault that God made them a woman. And it is only through that stage that the world will develop by having women reproduce. So you cannot penalize them in the workplace because they are reproducing according to the way God wants it. So you have to make allowances for women in childbearing age, not to discontinue their career just because they are going to have babies. So there could be flexible work hours, they could have maternity leave that is paid for, not more than 3 months. I think that's fair enough. Than to keep the person lose their position just because they are reproducing for the world. So women should be empowered. And somebody like me, who I have struggled to get up there, I'm not at the highest level, but as far as I've gotten up, I'm trying to help a lot of other women to get into the stock market, to become stockbrokers, to become a decision makers, to even own their own brokerage firms. Give them license to own their own brokerage firms. So if other women who have managed to break through would pull up another woman, pull up a second woman, pull up a third woman, then we will not have any kind of discrimination anywhere. Because if you have a boardroom where there are maybe 12 people and maybe 4 people are women, it will help a lot. As opposed to you being the only woman on that board. Because when you talk about issues, the men tell you that you are nagging them. But if 4 people are talking about the same issues, then the men will begin to listen. So you can do something as an individual and as a head of a corporation. Even if you are not the chief executive, you are in management. You can help to pull up other women. Because when you empower a woman, you empower the whole world. Men tend to be a little selfish, but women have a big heart. They help everybody, whether their own relations, their children, friends of their children. So when you empower a woman, you empower the whole world. Lastly, on the countries themselves. Well, I don't believe in poverty alleviation. So I don't ask people to go cap in hand to the Western world saying, give us grant, give us donation. What I would rather do is to have the developed world provide opportunities to mentor people from the less developed and emerging economies so that they will learn. People like us that have been exposed to Davos, we've learned a lot on how to rule the world and also help pull up other people. So I don't believe that people should go cap in hand saying, give us grants for the poor people. We learned a lot. I've been in this Davos on 4 occasions, and all those 4 occasions I was privileged to listen to Bill Gates, who has single-handedly helped to do a lot of work in creating wealth through technology all over the developed countries of the world. So if a lot of other people like Bill Gates and Bono, the singer, would do that, it will help the world a lot. So wherever you are, don't go cap in hand begging for a grant, because it will only last a few days. What you should do is get people like Bill Gates and people like me to help you in technical ways where you can help yourself, create wealth for yourself, and also it will trickle down to others. So it's a simple world that we all have to live in. So we have to help one another. Because if you're in a cocoon by yourself and you have all that money, you will actually imprison yourself, because where are you going to enjoy the money when everybody around you is poor? So you have to pull up people for you to be able to enjoy the money. I'm not saying everybody in the world are going to be equally rich, but we want a comfortable world where the rich and the not so rich would exist. We don't want too rich and too poor. So let us try to level up. And it's only in a place like Davos, where the world leaders assemble every year, that's in a place we can solve such problems. And I believe that as time goes on, you will begin to see the benefits of this assembly in Davos. Thank you very much.